Hi guys, welcome back for another edition into our EA Sports UFC tutorial series. Today we'll be talking exclusively about submissions and how they work. You can start a submission while on the ground by holding either the right bumper or the R1 button while on the ground. While holding down that button, you should make a quarter circle motion from left or right to up. As we go through this tutorial, please keep in mind that the direction you use actually determines if you will attempt for a submission or not. For example, while in side control, if you were to press for a submission and you directed the stick towards your opponent's arm that was already pinned in as an attempt for a Kimura, it would never come out. The reason being that you cannot successfully attack that arm, and the game believes that this is the arm you want to attack based on the direction you've entered. Ultimately, you just want to make sure that your submission attempts are always pressing towards your opponent first. Once a submission attempt has started, there are a few things that can happen. The opponent can press the right bumper or R2 and up on the right analog stick to stop your submission attempt, or you can enter a successful submission battle with your opponent. The most important thing is, as the attacker, is not miss your lock stages. Lock stages are basically when the game gives you an option to press the left analog stick in one of four directions in an attempt to lock in the submission tighter. These lock stages are completely random, and after 10 Kimura attempts, not one time was I able to get these lock stages to repeat the same pattern. A total of 5 of these lock stages with all submissions. The 5th lock stage will actually finish the submission and score you the victory. Each of these stages come roughly 3.5 seconds apart from the start of each new stage. Keep in mind, because as a defender, if you time these correctly, you can change your own directions right when these pop up to confuse your opponent and make them press the wrong way. One other important thing to note is that all fighters are different, and depending on the skill level of the fighter, things like the amount of time between lock stages to the amount of time it takes to get out of submission may be different amongst fighters. When the game comes out, I'll make sure to test this theory and see if it holds true. After several hours of testing, I found a few interesting findings. Number 1, the amount of time between your lock stages always stays the same. Number 2, how quick you escape a submission is tied into your current amount of stamina. Number 3, there are always 5 lock stages, with the 5th being the last stage to finish the submission. Number 4, while it is currently a bit hard for me to say with 100% certainty, fighters will always perform the same type of submission from certain ground positions. This means in side control, John Jones will always go for a Kimura, and etc. I really hope these tips help, and stay tuned to our YouTube channel and keep an eye out on first23.com for more coverage as we move towards the June 17th launch date.
He's going after a submission attempt here. Trying to crank on that submission attempt.
He might be forced to tap. This choke is getting tighter and tighter.
It's over.
Out. Look at this. Looks like he's got that armbar locked in tight. It looks pretty deep. It looks pretty deep. There's a lot of pressure on that arm. He might have to tap. Hit it! Looks like he's going for an anaconda. That choke is locked up. Now it's deeper. This anaconda choke is getting tighter and tighter. He might have to tap. Oh, that's it. He got